Welcome to part 7 of the worstly narrated audiobook. Yeah, that's close enough. Part 7 of God. I climb out of the waterbed. No, I read that correctly. No. Well, no wonder it got rude. All right, I climb out of the waterbed that belongs to some poor soul who, along with the rest of humanity, has vanished. I walk out the door and down the porch steps. I scavenge through the garden of the house 513. Like that really matters. 513. I flip the garden stones and pull up each plant. There are no roly-polies, no earthworm ditches, no slug trails. There is nothing. If it is strange how... No, there is no if. It is... It is strange how plant life is around, yet with the exception of me. Animal life is completely extinct. Am I a plant? I bleed, I don't wilt. When I get cut or scratched, blood flows out, not water. My wounds do not heal when I'm outside all day. Sleep makes the wounds better. I do not derive strength from the sun. I breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. But the other way around, not the other way around. I did good on reading class. No, this plant idea is crazy. I need to think more realistic. Maybe not speech. I wish everybody could come back. All right, fuck that up. Sorry for the fuck word. I wish everybody would come back. I wish this world wasn't only inhabited by me. I wish I could just lay down in a comfy bed and wake up in my own bed and find this all was a dream. But I have ruled out the possibility of this being a dream long ago. If I were in a dream, I'd be able to awaken. And if I were in a coma, I would surely have awoken by now. It's been 5 years. I couldn't be in a coma. I'm perfectly healthy, and I haven't been in a death-defying accident. I get in the red Corvette. I've been driving for the past few weeks and begin to drive out of town. I drive for hours. As I drive, I stare out the window into the emptiness that once was full of life. I swerve between cars and stopped at the road. Let's try that again. As I drive, I stare out the window into the emptiness that once was full of life. I swerve between the cars stopped on the road, sometimes driving off the road completely to avoid huge pileups of cars. I continue looking out the window between the mountains of cars. Then I realize something I never thought of before. Military mountains. Mountains where the president and military officials are supposed to go when under DEFCON 1 or a national tragedy. This surely qualifies as a national tragedy, rather a world emergency. No, scratch that. If all life disappeared, including bugs in the ground, then even the president and officials who were to seek shelter in the stronghold of the mountain, they would have vanished. The moon is out now. I should find a new house to stay at for the night. I remember back when my grandma would point to the moon and tell me that there was a man on the moon. Man on the moon! That's it! Done that better. Man on the moon. That's it. If this vanishing of the world was known by anyone, then NASA would have devised a plan to save the important people of the world by sending them to space, to the moon. NASA has always theorized that man will live on the moon one day. Maybe that day was 5 years ago. Maybe there is a full civilization up. Maybe there is a full civilization up there now. By now. I have to get to NASA.